Hello, Blessed and Refreshed community. Margie here. So I am really excited to share with you. I've given a little tips about it, but I am so humbled and so excited to be one of the consultants that is going to be sharing the Playing in the Dirt devotional. So what this is Mary and Martha host a large Facebook community group that there's about like 6 of us, I believe, that each of us are going to have a day that we go live and we go through this devotional together. And I am going to be doing that. It starts July 10th. And if you would love to join us, go ahead and comment below with a add me or a little plant emoji, and I'll make sure to get you plugged into that group. And I'll share a little bit more details, but I want to jump into God's word real quick here and share one of the devotionals with you from this. So I'm going to read first from John 4, 12. I'm going to start at 12 and then read a couple of verses. So this is when Jesus is sitting at the well with the Samaritan woman. And mind you, she was there during the heat of the day, not when anyone else was there. And she says, "Are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us the well and drank from it himself, as well as his sons and his livestock?" Jesus answered her and said, "Whoever drinks of this water will thirst again, but whoever drinks of the water that I shall give him will never thirst, but the water that I shall give him will become in him a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life." And it gives us such a, I think it gives such a clear depiction of having an eternity perspective and knowing that God's word and that our salvation gives us eternity, and it's an everlasting life, and that's the only way to have that. So I'm going to share with you, I was going through the devotional to pick one just to give you guys a preview, and honestly, I've been meaning to do this for a week, but I remembered because we have we have 2 windows that are completely filled with little bowls of succulents that I have done either with like a women's Bible study group. It was like our kickoff for our Bible study, or just the kids and I have done them. And they needed water. They needed water and they needed some attention. And so the twins and I came out here and we added some more. We squirted it with our little like water spray bottle, and added some more dirt and rocks and gave them a little water and put them back in the windowsill, which then I was like, oh, I need to share the Playing in the Dirt. And it led me to this devotional, and it says thirsty. All right, so I'm going to hold the book so y'all can see what I'm reading from. "It is easy to tell when a plant is thirsty. We can feel its dry soil. We can see its leaves begin to wilt and shrivel. We know it needs water to revive. We can also tell when a human body is thirsty. Our tongue feels heavy. Our throat feels scratchy. You might even experience lightheadedness. You know you need to hydrate to avoid becoming ill. It's not always so apparent when our souls are thirsty. Worse, we tend to minimize the consequences of not quenching this thirst. We have a sense of feeling depleted, but explain it away as just another busy week. Oh, isn't that true? Who does that? You're just hungry for God's word, but you've just been so busy, and it's like, oh, I'm just exhausted. It's this or that. And is it because you're really going in and like cultivating that relationship with the Lord and going into his word? We lose patience with others and assume it's because of their actions. We think we need a break for life to slow down. What we need instead is the giver of life itself. Our souls are not quenched by liquid water or any other material thing. The emptiness we feel, the brokenness of our character, the weariness of our hearts can only be made whole by God. Only his living water can quench our soul's thirst. We receive living water when we ask God to come into our lives. The moment we do this, our souls are saved for eternity. But that doesn't mean we'll never have to seek God again. It's all too easy for us to forget the source of our soul's refreshment and run ourselves dry. When we try to draw from other wells, we will find ourselves searching deeper and deeper, and we will always come up empty. Only Christ's living water truly satisfies our soul. And it made me think of my poor little succulents that needed attention. Because they weren't right in front of my face. My plants that do the best are the ones at my kitchen sink, because I'll be like, oh, oops. and I water them with the spray hose from the sink. But these guys hadn't gotten attention, and they were thirsty, they were dry. But you know what got me about it? I'm being really like reflective here, but follow me. Is what's neat about succulents is the leaves will fall off, and those little leaves will then produce a new plant. And even though they were dry, they were trying so hard to sustain themselves. And you'll see this little leaf right here had roots already shooting off of it, but hadn't been able to sink into the soil to grow and to really get the nutrients and the nourishment that it needed in water and a place to be rooted. And I can't make this up. God just gave this to me this morning, and I really wanted to share this with you all. So just that little, I hope it's first and foremost a word of encouragement for you, and just the sweet time I had this morning of freshening up my succulents with my boys, and how it just made me think of pointing it back to our thirst in the Lord, and how there was a great devotional from this to share with you. So again, if you are interested in, if you would like to follow along, I would love for you to come join me. There's no pressure for a purchase or anything. Just come for encouragement. There'll be lives every day from different consultants. I think I'm Wednesdays. I have to double check. And just come and hear a word of encouragement. You can watch the replay whenever you're ready. So comment, add me if you would like to join the group, and I'll get you in there. And then the other thing though that I am doing is these devotionals that we had sold out already. How crazy is that? But what I do have is I have a 30-day free PDF of the first 30 days out of the devotional to share with you. But if you pre-order your devotional with me, I'll mail it to you with a special gift included. And as soon as those books come in August, we will go ahead, I'll get that order placed. So pre-order, you get an extra little, just a extra little encouragement from me if you pre-order one of the devotionals. But again, if you want to get added to that group, come and join me. I would love to have you. Comment below, and I will make sure you get an invite. So have a blessed weekend. I hope this brought a word of encouragement, and I'm just going to keep sitting on my porch and enjoying the weather. God bless.